any of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
54, right there, 54.
General West.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Look, squeeze. Hey, Sam off. Snap.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here we go. 90 Wolf, 61, Matchbox Light. Switch, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54. Here it comes. 6.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they...
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Let's go, baby.
Ready. 50, plant.
54, right? 54. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Ready?
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, a run with Lindsay. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsay running right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And some room to work. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's...
He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. In for the score. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Check 9. Wide, get wide.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Young lady, let's go, D. Let's go. No.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strong right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold caught here by Bell. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Any weapon. We got double up, double up. Hit it.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Roll out. Hey, switch gears. Check 52, 20 steps.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Locke going to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
A gain of 12. First down, Denver.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Score. Hard. Rock it.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey. Kill. You got tight.
Fair.
You got tight right there.
Check, look at me. Go.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go.
Blue draw quarter. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Lindsay going to try and run it in. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Third and long, it's Darnold. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Leo, on the ball.
Check out, Reed.
Go out.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, you told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Throwing now is Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
80 weapon. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
On 2nd and 7. Locke looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he's able to find Wallace. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. Young lady, switch. 53 the mic. 53.
Darnold from the gun. This is Bell on the dump off. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Emmanuel Sanders, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. Something they feel
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Just like that. Just like that.
Here's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete. It's Bell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go,
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 41, Darnold got his man there. It's Wallace complete. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult, normal.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. This is Bell. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Hey, orbit.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Ready. 94. 54. Hey, Foxtrot.
Hey, watch it.
Gone.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 24.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The Bronco field goal of 33-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
No. Me.
Hey, Delta.
22's coming, Mike.
From the 39, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Again, it's Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I'm going to run you over. Check 52 to Mike. Check 50.
Red 80.
Watch the run.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now it's Lindsey, and he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. They look to throw. It's Locke. Aguilar has it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Let's go. Hit it.
Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Bravo!
Watch the twins.
On third down, here's Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score.
That's it, huh?
Philip Lindsey, 63 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They go play action here on first down. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Throwing again on second down. Darnold got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And his pass incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Darnold on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Darnold completes to Bell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing again is Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Darnold to throw again. It's caught by Sanders. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Pick your game up. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Again, Darnold. The quick slant caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. One last throw now for Darnold. Sanders got it for a Jets touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point safely through. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Today's final score, Broncos 29, Jets 17.